Excelsior. Let me take you back, way back, to a time of pulp paper and big ideas. Before the dazzling movie screens, there was the humble comic book. In the 1930s, we started as timely comics, telling tales of daring heroes for a world that desperately needed them. We had heroes, sure, but something was missing. The world was changing, and our stories needed to change with it. We knew that readers wanted more than just perfect heroes in colorful costumes. They wanted heroes who felt real, heroes who had problems just like you and me. That was the spark, the big idea that would change everything and set us on a path to create a universe unlike any other. By the time the 1960s rolled around, we were ready to unleash a new kind of hero. Alongside my amazing collaborators, the unbelievably talented Jack King Kirby and the sensational Steve Ditko, we started a creative explosion. We didn't just want to create characters, we wanted to create people. We gave them flaws, tempers, and worries. Think about it. The Fantastic Four weren't just a team, they were a bickering, loving family. The Incredible Hulk was a tragic monster, a modern Jekyll and Hyde. And a certain friendly neighborhood wall crawler? He was just a teenager from Queens, trying to balance great power with great responsibility. We were telling stories about the world outside your window, even if it had a Norse god or a green Goliath living in it. This new approach was our secret sauce. We weren't just writing about gods among men, we were writing about the men inside the gods. Our heroes had to pay rent, they got sick, and they had relationship troubles. This made them relatable. Fans didn't just want to watch our heroes, they wanted to be them, to understand their struggles. We created an interconnected world where Spider-Man could swing past the Baxter Building, or the Hulk could run into Thor. It was a living, breathing universe, all contained within the pages of our comics. We were building a grand tapestry, one panel at a time, and our true believers were there for every single stitch. This era, what many call the Marvel Age of Comics, laid the foundation for everything that was to come. It was a time of boundless imagination, where we dared to ask, what if? What if a Norse god was banished to Earth? What if a brilliant but arrogant surgeon lost the use of his hands? What if a group of mutants were feared and hated by the very world they were sworn to protect? These weren't just stories about good versus evil. They were stories about humanity, about overcoming our own flaws to do something heroic. We were just getting started, and believe me, true believers, the best was yet to come. For decades, our heroes lived on the printed page. We had some cartoons, some TV shows, and a few movies here and there, but we always dreamed bigger. We dreamed of a day when our characters could leap off the page and onto the big screen in a way that truly honored them. We wanted to bring that same interconnected feeling from our comics to the movies, a place where heroes could meet, team up, and face universe-shattering threats together. It was a bold, audacious idea. Some people said it couldn't be done. They said audiences wouldn't be able to keep up. But we always believed in our stories, and more importantly, we believed in you, the fans. Then came 2008, the year it all changed. We decided to take a huge gamble on a character that many thought was a B-lister. A genius, billionaire, playboy philanthropist named Tony Stark. With the incredible Robert Downey Jr. stepping into the suit, Iron Man wasn't just a movie, it was a statement. It was fun, it was smart, and it had heart. But the real magic happened after the credits rolled. When Nick Fury stepped out of the shadows and mentioned the Avenger Initiative, a shockwave went through every theater. That single moment was a promise. This was just the beginning. We were building something bigger, a shared universe on a scale never before seen in cinema. The plan was simple but incredibly ambitious. Introduce our heroes in their own films first. Let audiences get to know them, their worlds, and their struggles. We brought you the mighty Thor from the cosmic realm of Asgard and the super soldier Captain America from the battlefields of World War II. We showed you the rage of the Incredible Hulk. Each film was a piece of a larger puzzle, a carefully crafted chapter in a grander saga. We were asking the audience to come along on a journey with us, to invest in these characters and their individual stories before bringing them all together for the main event. And then, in 2012, the promise was fulfilled. The Avengers hit theaters, and it was everything we had dreamed of and more. Seeing Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye standing together, fighting as a team, was a moment of pure cinematic joy. It was the culmination of years of planning and a testament to the power of these characters. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the MCU as you call it, was no longer just an experiment, it was a phenomenon. It proved that audiences were not only ready for a shared universe, but they were hungry for it, and we were just getting started. At the heart of our universe are the heroes themselves. They are the reason we tell these stories. Take Tony Stark, Iron Man. He started as a self-centered weapons dealer, but through his journey, he found his heart. He built a suit of armor to save himself, but he ended up using it to save the world, proving that the best part of him was not the tech, but the man inside. Then there's Captain America, Steve Rogers, a skinny kid from Brooklyn who just wanted to do the right thing. He represents the best of us, a timeless symbol of courage, honor, and an unwillingness to back down from a fight, no matter the odds. He is the moral compass of our universe. From the stars came Thor, the god of thunder. He began as an arrogant prince, unworthy of his power, but his time on Earth taught him humility and what it truly means to be a hero. And you can't forget the big green guy, Dr. Bruce Banner, a brilliant scientist cursed with a monstrous alter ego, the Hulk. His story is a constant struggle between man and monster, a powerful tale of rage and acceptance. And then, from the magnificent nation of Wakanda came King T'Challa, the Black Panther. He is not just a hero, he is a king, a protector of his people and their culture, showing the world the true meaning of strength and noble leadership. Of course, what's a universe without a little youthful energy? That's where our favorite wall crawler, Spider-Man, comes in. He's just a kid, trying to figure out high school, homework, and how to be a hero all at once. He reminds us all that anyone, no matter how young or seemingly ordinary, can rise to the occasion and do amazing things. Then we journeyed into the mystical with Doctor Strange, the brilliant surgeon who, after losing everything, discovered a new path in the mystic arts. He opened up our universe to magic, alternate dimensions, and infinite possibilities, becoming the sorcerer supreme and protector of reality itself. And who could have predicted the galaxy's love for a bunch of a-holes? The Guardians of the Galaxy, a talking raccoon, a walking tree, a deadly assassin, a literal-minded destroyer, and a charming rogue from Earth, were a team of misfits who found a family in each other. They proved that heroes come in all shapes and sizes, from all corners of the universe. Each of these heroes, from the streets of New York to the farthest reaches of space, brings something unique to the table. They are the soul of the MCU, and their stories are the ones that inspire us all. Every great story needs a great villain. For over a decade we were building towards one, a threat so immense it would take every hero we had to face him. His name was Thanos, the Mad Titan. We caught glimpses of him, heard whispers of his plan, and saw the stones he was after. The Infinity Stones, 6 singularities forged at the dawn of time, each controlling a fundamental aspect of existence: space, mind, reality, power, time, and soul. His goal was simple, yet horrifying: to collect all 6 stones and with a snap of his fingers, wipe out half of all life in the universe, bringing what he called balance. The build-up was a slow burn, a cosmic chess match playing out across multiple films. The tension grew with each passing movie as Thanos drew closer to his goal. Then came Avengers: Infinity War, the moment we had all been waiting for and dreading. Our heroes, scattered across the galaxy, fought with everything they had. They fought bravely, they fought together, but in the end, they lost. Thanos assembled the Infinity Gauntlet. He snapped his fingers and he succeeded. We watched in shock as our beloved heroes turned to dust. Bucky, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, gone. It was a devastating, gut-wrenching moment that left the world in stunned silence. The universe was broken. For 5 years, our remaining heroes lived in a world of grief and loss. They were defeated, haunted by their failure. But heroes never truly give up. Hope arrived in the form of a tiny hero, Ant-Man, who returned from the quantum realm with an idea, a long shot, a time heist. The plan was crazy: travel back through their own history to snatch the Infinity Stones from the past. It was a love letter to everything we had built, a journey back through the greatest moments of the MCU, giving our heroes a second chance to make things right. This all led to the final epic confrontation in Avengers: Endgame. With a snap of his own, the Hulk brought everyone back, and just when all seemed lost again, portals opened and every hero who had fallen returned for the final battle. It was the ultimate Marvel moment, and in the end, it came down to one man. Tony Stark, who started this whole journey, made the ultimate sacrifice. He wielded the stones, snapped his fingers, and saved the universe, proclaiming, "I am Iron Man." It was a perfect, heartbreaking end to his story and a powerful conclusion to the Infinity Saga, a story that will be remembered forever. The Infinity Saga was a monumental chapter, but it was never the end of the book. It was the end of the beginning. With the sacrifices made and the world forever changed, we moved into a new era. Phase 4 was a time of reflection and introduction. We explored the grief and legacy left behind by heroes like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. We saw Sam Wilson pick up the shield to become the new Captain America, and followed Wanda Maximoff on a tragic journey that transformed her into the Scarlet Witch. It was about dealing with the aftermath and setting the stage for what comes next. This new era also allowed us to introduce a whole new class of heroes. We finally brought Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu, to the screen, dazzling audiences with incredible action and a rich family story. We met the Eternals, a race of ancient godlike beings who have protected humanity for millennia, and we welcomed new, younger heroes like Kate Bishop, who took up the mantle of Hawkeye, and the amazing Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, a superfan who became a superhero herself. These new faces bring fresh energy, new perspectives, and different powers to our ever-expanding universe, ensuring the future is in capable hands. But the biggest, most mind-bending idea we've introduced is the multiverse. We always knew there wasn't just one reality. What if there are infinite universes, each with its own versions of our heroes and villains? We dipped our toes into this concept with Spider-Man: No Way Home, bringing together 3 different Spider-Men in a celebration of the character's cinematic history. Then, we dove headfirst into the multiverse of madness with Doctor Strange, showing just how vast, strange, and dangerous these alternate realities can be. This concept opens up limitless storytelling possibilities, allowing us to explore every what-if scenario we can dream up. Now, as we venture into Phase 5 and beyond, the multiverse saga is taking shape. A new overarching threat is emerging, one who can traverse these infinite realities: Kang the Conqueror. He is not just one villain, but an infinite number of variants, each more dangerous than the last. This is a threat on a scale even greater than Thanos. Our new and established heroes will have to come together to face this challenge. The road ahead is uncertain, filled with new worlds, unexpected team-ups, and reality-shattering stakes. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is bigger and more unpredictable than ever before, and the adventure is just getting started. When you look back at it all, it's about more than just comic books and movies. It's about the stories. Marvel didn't just change pop culture, it became a central pillar of it. We created a new language of cinematic storytelling, a shared universe that has become the gold standard. Before the MCU, the idea of a dozen films building to one massive crossover event was unthinkable. Now it's a model that has inspired an entire industry. We proved that audiences are smart, that they will follow complex, long-form narratives if you give them characters they can love and root for. We turned post-credit scenes from a fun little bonus into a can't-miss event. Our impact goes beyond the box office. These characters have become modern myths. They are symbols recognized all over the globe. A child in Japan knows the colors of Iron Man's suit just as well as a child in Brazil knows Captain America's shield. Phrases like, "I can do this all day," "Wakanda forever," and "I love you 3000" have become part of our global vocabulary. These heroes adorn backpacks, lunchboxes, and t-shirts. They are the subjects of endless online discussions and fan theories. They have created communities, bringing people together from all walks of life to share in their love for these epic tales of heroism. But why? Why do these stories resonate so deeply with so many people? I think it's because at their core, they are stories of hope. They teach us that it's okay to be flawed. Tony Stark was arrogant, Thor was impulsive, and Peter Parker was insecure. Yet they all found the strength within themselves to rise above their flaws and become heroes. They show us that you don't need to be perfect to do good in the world. They remind us that even when things seem their darkest, even when half the universe turns to dust, there is always a reason to fight back, to stand up for what's right. In the end, that is Marvel's true legacy. It's not the box office numbers or the critical acclaim, it's the inspiration. It's the feeling of empowerment you get when you see Captain America stand alone against an entire army. It's the joy of seeing the Avengers assemble for the first time. It's the belief that even a regular person, a kid from Queens or a pilot from the Air Force, can make a difference. These heroes give us hope. They inspire us to be better, to be stronger, and to be more heroic in our own lives. And that, true believers, is a power greater than any Infinity Stone. Excelsior.